hi there, food friends. It's Kevin.
And Marianne behind the camera.
And welcome to Cavalcade Food. And guess what we're doing, Toots?
Something with that stove.
Yes, that's right. Well, we have a group of friends here today that have come to visit the Cavalcade, and I'm going to take advantage of this borrowed muscle, and we are going to move the stoves. And so this is a long overdue stove exchange. And the stove that's coming out is this General Electric Liberator range, and it's been in the studio kitchen for a good while, and it has been a wonderful stove. So let's just say that up front. And it's a 40-inch stove, and it is a double oven. See that, Mare?
Yep.
2 ovens, a small one and a large one. It has a automatic burner here. I'll take it in for a closer look, but yeah, this stove has served the Cavalcade Kitchen well, and it has earned a rest. And so we're going to take it out with the help of Ralph and our friend Todd, and we're going to replace it. And I'll show you the replacement in a minute, but let me have you take a closer look at this beautiful GE Liberator stove we're taking. Let's take a closer look at this 1954 General Electric Liberator. Hard to imagine this stove is 70 years old, okay? For those of us of a certain age, 1954 doesn't seem like it was all that long ago in life, but I guess it was. So here is a closer look. You've got your oven dials for the smaller oven that's on the left, of course the clock, your controls and thermostat for the larger oven on the right. Here's your automatic cal rod. Here's the burner. So the sensor is right in the middle, and this actually still works amazingly. A lot of times these go out of service, but this one still works. And here's the automatic cal rod control, and you can set it for warm, boil, or fry, depending on the kind of work you're doing. And then the automatic cal rod light comes on. And then here are the burner controls, left rear, and right front. And of course these are color keyed, so there's, let's see, well, we're kind of in a bright light. High is red, I don't know if that comes out. And then we've got kind of an amber for speed 2, orange is speed 3, low is green, warm is blue, and off is nothing. But that's so that when you're on the other side of the kitchen having a cup of coffee and you can't remember if you've got it on high, medium, or low at a glance, you can tell by the color of the dial. It's hard to see with the bright lights of the studio, but it does. They do work. And then we've got a convenience outlet here. We have 2. One says normal and one says timed. The normal one is just always on, so you can go ahead and plug in your Mixmaster or your waffle iron or your toaster or percolator. The other one is timed, and it's tied to the timer on the clock. So if you wanted to have that outlet go on, say at 6 o'clock in the morning and start your coffee pot, you could do that. That was a pretty nifty feature for the time. You know, General Electric made 40-inch stoves. They didn't even start making a 30-inch stove until 1957 or 8. Hans, if you're watching, and I know you are, you'll know the year. I think it was 58, and you can confirm in the comments. They were one of the last major manufacturers to get on the 30-inch bandwagon. They made some 24-inch stoves, but they weren't making 30s. Their standard stove was this 40-inch model, but it's a beauty. And it's got a few little love dings here and there from years. I can only imagine the meals that have come off of this stove over the years. I think of the meals that we've cooked on it and things we've baked in it. So it's been a good friend, and like I said, it has earned its rest, and we are going to take it out of the kitchen today with the help of some friends. Now let's take a look at the stove we're going to bring into the kitchen. So here is the stove that is going into the kitchen. And this stove has been in the Cavalcade on deck spot for some time, and I have gone through it and cleaned it, and I have had a little work done on it with the help of my friend John in Beltsville, Maryland, who sent me a part, and my friend Anthony, who actually replaced the part for me, and that was on the electronic eye, which I'll talk about in a minute. You can see it has what they call the floating dashboard. And the way it's designed, it kind of just looks like it's sort of hovering there. It has two fluorescent lights behind it. And what you have here is a series of controls starting with the oven thermostat, which is from off to broil. Then you've got a control here for the super Corax burner, which is this one right here. That's a 1600 watt burner that originally, it has been replaced, but originally the super Corax burner was meant to heat up quickly and very hot so that you could bring a pot of water to a boil in less than a minute. Then here you've got the left rear burner. In the middle you have something called a minute minder, which is basically just a timer. Then this is the automatic control, which is for the electronic eye, which you see right there. That's the rear right. And then you have the front right burner and the clock. Just something to note, you've got an outlet, it's not timed, on the front, and you've got an oven cycle indicating light right there. Now, like the General Electric had different colors for the buttons, the Westinghouse does as well, and the colors are actually backlit by the fluorescent work light. So if you look over the burner here, when you turn it to high, you'll see it's red. And then medium high is yellow or gold, medium is green, low is blue, and simmer is dark blue, and then off. So those are the color keys here. The manufacturers loved colors and the things that lit up during this time, and this Westinghouse certainly doesn't disappoint in that department. Probably one of the more unique features of this stove, however, is the oven. Let me get over on this side of it so you can appreciate where the GE had two ovens. This has one, and you can see that giant oven door with a window. And then look at the size of that oven. We joke around here that you could get Hansel and Gretel, and someone said even the witch in this baby, okay? And because the oven was so big, it comes with what they call a twin broiler control. Because the broiling element, which is on the roof of the oven, is so large, you might not need to use the whole thing, so you can just put half of it on or the entire thing. And there's your control for whether you're using the single or the twin broiling element. But yeah, I mean, you could do a couple of turkeys in here. It's a big oven. I will say the only downside to it is that it takes a bit to preheat. So if you need it at 350 degrees, it takes a good 20 to 25 minutes really to come up to temperature. And then you've got a large storage drawer underneath, and there's the twin broiler that goes with the range. You can see it there. So we're going to move this one in. So out goes the General Electric, and in comes the Westinghouse. Well, sister, look who I found around here. A couple of real skilled movers. So everybody knows Ralph, of course.
Hi, everybody.
And so Ralph's up, and I want to introduce all of our food friends to Todd.
Hi, everybody.
And Todd is my buddy from Chicago, although originally from the Detroit area. He grew up in Detroit, just like the rest of us. And Todd's in for the weekend, and we are having a lot of fun. And Todd is, among other things that he collects, is an electric fan collector. And let me tell you guys something. He brought me a fan that my mind is still blown over it. One from my childhood, and I am just over the moon with it. But while he's here, I thought, well, I'm going to teach you a lesson for giving me a gift. I'm going to put you to work and have you move a stove. So anyways, Todd, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
That's a cool fan. It blew his hair and his mind. And when you see it, it'll blow you away.
Yes, that's right. So I have said this on the channel many times about collecting things. You know what, folks? This is all just stuff. At the end of the day, these are just things. And yeah, they're fun to have, but the best part of collecting is the people that you meet and the paths that get crossed through the collecting world. That is where the real value is to connect with kindred spirits, and you find out you have all these things in common, and the friends that you make. If you're collecting and not doing that, you're doing it wrong. Okay, collecting is about the people you meet. That's the best part of life and the best part of collecting.
It's a community.
Absolutely. And so to connect with people like Todd, who collect, and through the channel we have been able to sort of introduce ourselves, has been just terrific. So anyways, all that to say,
he's buttering him up to put him to work before he kills me.
So is that we've got a stove to move. So what we're going to do first, gentlemen, is we're going to move this stove out, and we're going to do that by first pulling it straight out, okay, from the wall, and then I'll get behind it and unplug it, and
then the dolly,
and then we'll get it on the dolly and get it out of the way. Okay, so there we go. We cooked on it today, folks. Okay, we're on 3. We're just going to pull it straight out. Marianne, you got my best side, right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. That's it. That's it. Okay. Let's stop it right there.
I can almost squeeze in here. You want me to pull it out?
Your waist is smaller than mine. Maybe let's angle this a little bit. You can get back there.
My nose.
And okay. So now, Ralph, I'm going to have Todd stay where you are. Okay. Ralph, why don't you get on that corner? And let's see if we can give it a little lift this way. All right, down. All right, boys. This is where the rubber meets the road. We're going to, this was a lot easier 20 years ago. Yeah. We're going to lift this stove up, and on 3, just sort of give it a lift towards me, and we're going to try to use physics and leverage and all that rigmarole. Okay.
Well, where are you going with this?
We're gonna tilt it back, and then we're gonna take it out.
Right, but where's it going?
It's gonna go past where Marianne is.
Okay.
Okay.
On the count of what?
3. Let's say 3.
I like that.
Okay.
Ready?
And as Lawrence Welk said, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3. A little more, please. There we go. Got it. let's see.
Come this way, Kevin. There you go. Hold that. Okay.
Thank you. Here we go. On three, boys. 1, 2, 3. A little more, please. Okay, got it. All right. Since I can't see where I'm going, someone let me know how we're doing. Whoop. Okay.
Turn. I think we gotta go back, Kevin. Yeah, let's get it another shot this way.
Hold on. Is it me or is this stove heavy?
Yeah, I'm heavier than the last one.
All right.
Are we putting it down?
Yeah, let's. All right, here we go.
Slow.
Whoop. That's it. We're good. Whew. Everybody okay?
One piece.
I'll have our trusses on, okay. And let's get the dolly out first. Okay. Let's, Todd, if you do the honors, please. And then we're going to just go straight back. Now, it's going to just fit in here, so when we get to the opening, like we got to come a little bit your way. There we go. Now, a little bit, there we go. And straight back. Crooked. How we doing?
Straight. Voila.
Voila! Now I just got to get I took the storage drawer out because I thought it would be just that much less weight to move. And I'm gonna. It has a really long cord on it, so I'm gonna push this back a little bit. Oh, we're on the cord. So
Lift up.
there we go. Okay.
Did you get it?
Yep. There we go. So now we can take a look at this 1954 Westinghouse with the giant oven in place here at the Cavalcade Kitchen Studio. So again, it really has a bright top to it, and unlike the GE that had the 4 burners sort of clustered together on the left-hand side of the stove, this is sort of what we call a split top, where you've got 2 burners on either side. But again, I won't go over the features again. This is a 1954 Westinghouse, again with the big oven. Take another look. There it is. Twin broiler option. And I will look forward to cooking and baking with this stove.
It's better than I thought.
See, wasn't that fun? Thank you, Ralph. Thank you. And let's say thanks to our food friends for watching this long overdue stove exchange. We got to thank Sister Girl for working the camera, don't we?
Mary
Thank you,
Ann.
Mary
You're
Ann.
welcome.
Tits.
And Hey, honey, tell them about that website.
Cavalcadefood.com.
Cavalcadefood.com. We're on Instagram, all that jazz. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And thanks for watching. And love to hear your stove stories too. Put them in the comments below, and we'll see you again real soon, right back here on Cavalcade Food. Thanks, friends.
Bye.
Bye.